I just bought an oceanfront condo in the community where I live here in Puerto Rico, and I didn't buy it at a discount, and my plan is not to flip it, which, if you know me, are two things I always do. So join me on today's video for a property tour and to learn the 5 reasons why I bought this oceanfront condo coming up.
For a limited time, you can get a free copy of Jerry Norton's Virtual Flipper Kit with everything you need to flip houses without seeing them in person. Download it now at virtualflipperkit.com.
If this is your first time here, my name is Jerry Norton, and I've been a full-time real estate investor now for over 17 years. Amongst other things, I specialize in flipping houses all across the country, and I've helped thousands of new investors get into the game of flipping and create 6-figure and even 7-figure incomes. If you want to learn how to flip houses so you can live your dream life, be sure to subscribe and click the bell icon to get notified when new videos are released. I live in Palmas Del Mar in Puerto Rico, which is the largest master planned community in the Caribbean. Set in approximately 2,750 acres of land, the resort includes over 25 different neighborhoods, a bank, retail shops, an equestrian center, 2 golf courses, a marina, 16 restaurants, a casino, great views of the Laquillo Mountains and Vacant Island, and security with strict access control 24 hours a day. Now, in addition, we have an athletic club, we have a fitness center, 20 tennis courts, and a beach club with 3 pools. And my house is in a gated sub on 3 acres overlooking the Caribbean, and in Palmas, we get around in a golf cart. So come with me, let's go check out this condo I just bought. So one of the things that I really love about the Palmas community is much of the community is on hills, so it's really hilly from the water up. So up here on my street, you can see here looking down, everybody has an amazing view of the water, and it's because of that really hilly setting. So my street, this street just keeps going up all the way, so every house has a phenomenal view of the water, even though you're not actually, frontage. So it's really cool. It's one of the things I love. Okay, so this is the Plaza. It's called the Palma Nova Plaza. And all along the first floor, ground level, are shops. There's a post office, there's a grocery store, several different restaurants, some real estate offices, a yogurt shop, pizza. And so this is kind of a hub of activity. It's super hopping down here in the evening. There's this fountain kind of here in the center. And then you have the 2nd and 3rd floor are condos. And then the 4th floor on the roof is where the pool is. And so the condo I bought is down on this end, facing the ocean on the 2nd floor. So let's head down there and we'll check it out. Okay, so here we are, let's go in. Now, what I like about this condo is it's 1,300 square feet, 2 bedrooms. So first when you come in, we have bedroom on the right up here by the front. Now, it is a pretty small bedroom. That's the one thing that I did not like about this 2-bedroom condo is bedroom number 2 is pretty small, but for what I'm gonna be using it for, it's gonna be perfect. There's some cabinets in here. We're gonna pull these out, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna put in 2 Murphy bunk beds so we can create some more sleeping arrangement. We have bedroom 2 right here. Closet, actually this is our washer dryer is in this unit here. It's got this long hose for cleaning off the balcony out here. But that's washer and dryer. And then right here next to it is bathroom number 2. So this would be the kind of the main bathroom for everybody to use and for the bedrooms. So it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, which is really cool. Keep coming down, we hit our kitchen. So you got this little kitchenette, you got these stainless steel appliances, you got the built-in microwave and stove, dishwasher, stovetop right here. And it came fully furnished like this and really no work. Most of the properties I buy need work done on them. That's why I get them for a discount, because they're distressed and I buy, really below market value. This one I bought probably at value. I didn't really get a deal on it per se, like I'm used to doing, but it's in great condition, also furnished. So as we come through this way, we come into the kind of the main living room area. This would be probably where you put a TV, right? And then what they did here, the previous owners, which was really cool, is this was your balcony. So this was a slider right here, and then you would step out into balcony. And what they did is they opened this up and then windowed in this space and added this into the living square footage, which now gives you that much more room. Even with this though, we've got a great balcony out over here off the master. I'll show you that in a second, a little walkway out here. But check it out. I mean, we're literally right here on the ocean. That was one of the main things that I wanted, because when it comes to vacation rental, these condos over here that are facing the water, it will always retain its value because everybody wants to see the ocean, right? So I'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute, but let's go over here and check out the master. So off of the living room right here is the master, and the master is really good size. It's this big master here. It's got its own master bath right off of this door. So you come into here and you come right into your own master bath. Again, came furnished, tons of storage, which really like too about this. So this condo's got a lot of storage. And then if you look over here, we've got our own slider balcony out into your own balcony out here with a table. So you got kind of your own little eating area. There is another fridge out here in one of these. I think it's this one. So it's got another fridge you can see right here. That's kind of nice for extra storage. And then you can sit out here and literally be overlooking the ocean in this condo. So I just closed on purchasing this condo. I paid $265,000 for it, and there are really 5 reasons why. And like I mentioned in the introduction, I did not buy it to flip, and I did not buy it distressed or at a discount. Regardless though, I think this is a really great long-term play for the reasons that I want to use it for. So first and foremost, clearly I want to use this property for a vacation rental or overnight rental. Now, long-term rentals in here, like a 12-month lease, is only going to pull in maybe $1,800 a month, whereas overnight rental for vacationers is going to make a lot more. So here's what I've done. I've done my research here, and there's a couple things that this has going for it. One is it's right above the Plaza. Now that brings a lot of appeal because right below here you have restaurants, you have a grocery store, a post office, you know, there's ice cream, there's things to do, and you're in walking distance from several other restaurants that are kind of right here. The marina's literally a 3-minute walk from here. Beaches are right out here. So you could come here to vacation and kind of have everything you want right here in the Plaza, or in the condo above the Plaza. So I really like that. The 4th floor has the pool, really nice pool. They're redoing right now all the decking, putting in new tile. So that's gonna be really nice. I love the view. I think people, when they're looking online and they want a vacation on the Caribbean, and they can sit here and look out at that spectacular ocean view, that just creates that ambiance. So it's gonna be a high demand. There's not a lot of condos on the water that have that. If you think about right here in the Plaza, it's a big circle, so just the condos on the east-facing side see the water. So all the other ones don't have a view like this one. So that kind of makes it very unique in my mind. And based on my research, this property will rent for about $200 a night. Now that may fluctuate a little bit with peak season, off-peak season, but on average, about $200 a night, and will stay occupied about 3/4 of the year. So if you do the math here, I wrote down some notes here. If I'm getting $200 a night for my total gross, if it were to rent out all 365 days, would be about $72,000. If I take 75% of that, then that brings in about $54,000 in gross revenue. Then you've got some expenses. So if I add in the electric, the internet, taxes, the condo association fees, that comes to around 25% of the total gross revenue, or about $13,500 annually. Then you got about 15% to cover your management. Management for overnight rentals usually runs around 15 to 20%. So I'm factoring about 15%. The reason why is because I'm gonna have my son help manage it. I'll talk about that in a minute. So that's about another $8,000 in expenses. So that brings us down to about a $32,500 net cash flow. Again, assuming I get 200 a night for 75% of the year, that would bring in net after all expenses about $32,500. And based on a $265,000 purchase, that puts me at about a 12 cap rate. Because what you do is you take your net operating income, which is that 32.5, divided by the price I bought it for, which was $265,000. That gives me about a 12 cap, or in other words, a 12% return on investment, which in the overnight rental industry, or any rental industry, I guess, or niche, that's phenomenal. A 12% return is phenomenal. A lot of Class A, they're happy to get 5-6%. You know, I wouldn't call this Class A, I'd call this probably B though, and to hit 12% is pretty amazing. So I'm excited about that. Now, the other two reasons why is moving here to Puerto Rico. We just moved here. Some of you that are following me know that I moved here for tax incentives. I'll put a link to a video below if you want to learn more about how I went from paying 50% in taxes to 4% by moving to Puerto Rico. You can check that video out. But moving here was a huge transition. We had to leave family, friends, everybody on the mainland, come here and live here as residents of Puerto Rico. So I want to be able to bring friends here. So the other 25% of the time where it's not being rented for rental income, overnight rental income, we want to be able to invite friends and family to come visit us here in Palmas Del Mar. And I want to have a place where they can come and stay and be comfortable. So about a quarter of the time of the year, I want to offer this up to friends and family so they can come. We'll have a calendar where they can pick their times and come. So that was a big appeal. My wife loves that idea because she can then have time to visit with her friends and family that she can't see while we're in Puerto Rico. And keep in mind, we're only here 8 months out of the year. The other 4 months will be in Montana at our lake house. But even still, it's fun to be able to bring people here, show them the community, take them around, show them the rainforest and Old San Juan and all the cool things that you can do here in Puerto Rico. The other reason why, so that's reason number 2, was to invite friends here. The third reason why is because my 16-year-old son, we homeschool our kids, and my 16-year-old son, Jonathan, he really wants to focus on learning how to make money this year in homeschool. He wants to work more closely with his dad, me, and learn about flipping, learn about real estate. So I've talked to him about this project here of being the one that is the rental manager. So he would be in charge of bookings, scheduling the cleaners, handling any issues, and learning the finance side of it. And so I'm really excited to work with my son and have him kind of oversee and manage the unit. It's a 5-minute golf cart ride from our house to get here, so it'd be great to have him start to learn real estate and earn money. So I'm gonna pay him 15% as the management fee, which I would be paying somebody else. Clearly I'll be working alongside him, but teach him as well how to start managing real estate, which would be a great opportunity for him. And then the other reason why, I guess this would be the fourth reason, is I plan on doing some new construction flips here in Puerto Rico, especially in Palmas Del Mar. And part of my strategy, I think, is going to be to bring some of my contractors from Arizona, where we do a lot of high-end flips and remodels. And I want to have a place for them to be able to come when they're here working. So I want to fly them in. They'll be able to stay here in the condo. Again, if they do, then they're going to be paying the $200 a night rental, which I'll be covering clearly, but then I'll expense that to the project as a cost of doing that construction project. So even when the contractors come, they're going to be charging, I'm going to be charging myself $200 a night when the contractors stay here. But again, that'll be expensed against the project as a cost of building the home. It all funnels back to me eventually anyway, but again, I'm going to treat these separate. I'm going to treat this like a true investment or business to have this rental property. And then the fifth reason is I really want to invest in Puerto Rico. I'm here to invest, and I want to beautify, I want to improve, I want to do my part here on the island, and especially in this gated community. So I want to buy, I want to invest. I'm buying land, I bought a house. I did not import anything into Puerto Rico. I wanted to buy all local. So we bought our 15-passenger van rather than bring one from home. We literally came with the suitcases and the clothes on our back to Puerto Rico. Everything else we're doing is buying here. I just hired my first full-time Puerto Rican, born and raised Puerto Rican, to employee at $70-some thousand a year as an employee. So my first Puerto Rican employee. I think there's so much potential here, so much growth, so much opportunity. It's such a beautiful place. I want people to come and visit. I want to show all my friends the amazing island and what it has to offer and learn it myself. So I'm excited about that. So that's the fifth reason, is to really, I guess, invest full-heartedly, I guess, into the island. And I hope to do a lot more projects. I really like the overnight rental, vacation rental business model here. I think it's phenomenal. I think there's a ton of opportunity. But guys, thanks for joining me on this video. If you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe. This is the #1 channel on YouTube for all things wholesaling and flipping. And with over 700 videos, make sure you're here and checking it out. And I'll see you on the next video.